I just want to, say in advance, congratulations to Spencer Pratt.
Oh, you think he's getting 51?
Mayor Spencer Pratt.
I think he's coming in hot. I think he's Trump 2016. I think, look, the polls are close, but I think the polls are stupid. And Spence is coming in 51%.
As the voice of just down the middle on this, he's going to get the runoff, right? So it's going to be Bass and him.
Yeah.
Rahman has no shot at beating Pratt or Bass to get in the runoff. That's when the fireworks start. That's when we'll see how much money each one can raise. I think
Spencer Pratt might raise $1 billion.
Yeah. I think he's reached this level of he's on a different level now.
Yeah. Like it's going to be the biggest mayoral election in California history for sure. I know Bloomberg spent crazy money when he ran. So I don't know if it'll ever top that, but I think the thing about 2016 that it feels like is that there are obviously the obvious supporters who are very public, whether it's posting, wearing the gear. Like I go to dinner, lunch in my neighborhood. There's always now someone wearing Pratt for mayor. Like I see it literally every single day now. So, and it's the same archetype of people. It's young families. It's young couples, young families, exact same type of person that I keep seeing, supporting him. And obviously all white. And they typically vote, and they're the voting bloc. And I think they were showing the percentage of votes come in by age. 18 to 34 is 5%. 30% is 65 plus. That demo, if you're a registered Democrat, I think you're 100% voting for Bass. I don't think that demo is going to vote for Pratt because he's young and brash. I think if you're a Republican, there's no other option. You kind of have to vote for him. So I think he'll lose out on the 65 plus. I think where he wins is 35 to 50. That's the demo that's going to vote for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I do think is happening, at least in our circles, it is a bit of an echo chamber, because I would say most people in our age demo are voting for Pratt, or at least rooting for him, even if they can't vote, they're not in the district. I think once you step out and expand outside of 40, 45-year-old well-to-do families, you might get a different read, and it might be a different echo chamber.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think that's definitely true. It all comes down to who actually votes. I mean, there's barely anyone votes. It's a June election for city of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
I will say, if they allowed if he would be able to capture so many votes of people who can't vote in LA that are rooting for him, Calabasas or Westlake. One of the two isn't LA. I don't think Calabasas. I know Westlake isn't. All of Ventura County isn't. Malibu isn't.
Yeah.
Beverly Hills isn't. So those are a lot of blocks that probably would go Pratt that just can't vote. Beverly Hills can't.
I know. I'm saying Beverly Hills would be 99% Pratt.
Yeah, I mean, there's signs. So it'll be fascinating, but I mean, the runoff will be blockbuster because I think money's just going to be pouring. I know not much money's been raised for this June 2nd. It's peanuts.
Yeah.
It's literally peanuts.
Yeah.
And
it sounds like Pratt has one mega donor that is really bankrolling a lot of the activities, because it is rumored that he is spending a lot of money. So there's some mega donor that's bankrolling it, and it's probably why you're not hearing about 50 fundraisers, because a billionaire probably just said, dude, focus, go do your AI videos, get out there, do the press. I'll give you the money to get the runoff, and then you got to go raise maybe from there. My guess, the real fundraiser kicks in after June 2nd.
I got to say, it has to be pretty eye-opening for him specifically. Like, obviously, I don't know him. I don't know if you guys actually have ever met him, but we know plenty of people who know him. Like, and he gained so much popularity, and then he unlocked these like power brokers that run cities, that run the country, got the attention of the president. It's got to be like, what the fuck did I get myself into? Like, it's got to be a little bit of a whirlwind for him, like, and his family. Like, the dude's super, super famous and super relevant in the country because of Trump. Now it's nationally talked about as an election. And I mean, I'm just curious, like, he's got to wake up and be like, I can't believe I'm on the phone with X, Y, and Z, because I'm sure it's happening, right?
Yeah, for sure. But I bet he could feel it last year. Like, I bet you when he started posting about the fires, he felt the
he already
difference.
got the rich Malibu like crowd, which are also
it's
very
like, you know how you
powerful.
can feel the momentum. Like, once again, I always bring it back to like our experience with brands or products, or like you can just feel when something's different, and you can feel, you know, he's been putting out, like, don't forget his wife put out like a fucking album with a bunch of people on it. Like, they've been putting out stuff trying to like be relevant, I think, since, you know, their time on TV for the most part. And like, I think he felt right away that like, oh, this one's different. And it's just like the perfect convergence of his skills and a moment. And I agree with you 100% on it. I bet you though, like, he started feeling that last year and was like, oh shit. And he's just been surfing the wave since February, you know?
Yeah. I think we're in a climate, where politically you can rise to relevance extremely quickly. By the way, you even like 10 years ago, you could have rose prominently. What Trump proved is that anyone can do it now. So there's no more the mold of like career politician means anything. It really comes down to like, if you have a message that resonates with people and you have the ability to communicate it in like a empathetic, endearing way. Like, you know, when he's doing all these press conferences, I don't know if you're watching, he's saying, I'm going after the moms and the dog lovers. He knows, like, he doesn't care. He's found his audience and he's double and tripling down on. And it's very similar to Trump, because when we saw in 2016, we were like, there's no way, who's going to vote for this guy? And then he galvanized such a large part of this country that weren't being spoken to. And to be fair, if you think about it, who is speaking to the middle upper class mom and middle upper class pet owner? Fucking nobody.
Yeah, totally.
Well,
and
I mean,
look, I think the trick of that like technique that is so good is like when you say that that's who you're advocating for, everyone else, like, that's such a feel good message. Like when he says, I'm only looking out for the mom and the pet lover, it's like, even if you're not the mom or the pet lover, you're like, that's a pretty good cause. Like, you know, it's his version of like the working man or the, you know what I mean? Like, it's so smart.
Yeah. I mean, Mamdani proved it when he entered the race. He was polling at 1% for a decent amount of time. And then he caught fire. And he's the mayor of the biggest city in America.
Yeah. I mean, look, if Mamdani could be the mayor of New York, Spencer Pratt, I don't see the difference at all to me. They're the same person.
There's zero difference.
Yeah. So
I just think there's more of who Mamdani was speaking to than who Pratt is. We'll find out.
Yeah, I think once again, that's why it reminds me of Trump is like, look, I think LA has shockingly, like, I blame the management of LA. I also blame the citizens of LA for like letting it go so bad for so long and continuing to vote for people like Karen Bass and things like that. And like, I think we've seen in the past that there's usually a moment when it just, the popular opinion shifts. And it feels to me like we're at that moment in LA. Maybe we're not, we'll see. But like, I just think there's like this wake up moment of like, okay, how bad are you going to let it get before you know, and look, New York's having the opposite version of that moment. I think there'll be a wake up moment for them because of the results of these things. Like, it's just, the process. But it does feel like LA is in the like enough is enough moment. I mean, every single person we know has had their house violently fucking broken into with guns. Yeah. Everyone's been like chased by a homeless dude with a knife. It's just like, okay, is this not like, should we try again in a few years and see if that's enough?
I had a friend reach out to me over the weekend who used to live in my neighborhood. And he's like, how's the neighborhood? I go, it's actually, it's not bad. Like there's a lot of families that have moved in and the kids are older. So there's just a lot of people walking around. So it's actually been quite good. He's like, oh, great. Because I live in Encino and it's a fucking war zone. I got to get out of here. And
crazy.
And he's just like, it's pretty wild. Like how many pockets of the city are still under siege and like the citizens are accepting it. To me, like, there's three types of people that are going to vote on Tuesday. There is the camp where they're very content with how the city is working and are okay with no change, which is a large amount of people, and they're going to vote for Karen Bass. There's the people that want change, and they're going to vote for Spencer Pratt. And then there's the communist, and the communists will vote for Rum. And but
when it's a runoff, that communist moves to Bass.
Yeah, I'm saying on Tuesday's election, those are Nithya Raman came out today with a video talking about Spencer Pratt is working with the architects of people that overturned Roe v. Wade. I'm like, come on.
Right.
Like, what are we doing?
It's just a last ditch effort. Like the thing that I hate is like that left like playbook of like, okay, if all else fails and policies aren't working and aren't resonating, just go to like the other person is scary.
Yeah.
I mean, the same thing. I mean, Republicans do the exact same thing. So it's not like a left thing.
I'm
Trump
to be wrong.
Posted over the weekend, look at all these losers, and it was Republicans that he just defeated in the primaries.
I know, but that's different tactic. He's calling them losers. Right.
Yeah, that's different. I'm saying that like, to me, this is my criticism, and I want to know if you agree or not. I think that there is a thing going on the left right now where there is a lack of actual policies and agenda, and that airtime is being eaten up by the other side is evil. I think disproportionate to the right.
You got to come with ideas.
I actually think it's equal, because if you look at the right, I watched Meet the Press this morning, so they have both sides. All the Republicans said was, our entire job is to stand up to the radical left, radical left, radical left. Then you have the left saying, they're extreme. No one's in the middle. Not one person.
Like, what's the left stance on immigration, or what's the left stance on
income tax?
I mean, there's a division within the Republican Party. Mike Pence was on Meet the Press saying,
I know, but that's not his point. His point is the people are in power, Trump or whoever is in power. Like, at least Mamdani came and said, these are my policies. You have to win on policy and a message around that. You can't run on Trump derangement syndrome. That doesn't work anymore. Because
you can't run on Trump derangement syndrome, but you just have to run on captivating people. That's
let me ask you this. What is Karen Bass's policy?
I don't like Karen Bass. I don't think she's a qualified candidate for mayor.
I'm asking you a question. What is Karen Bass's policy changes or updates, or what's happening that she's proposing if she gets reelected?
I wouldn't know. I haven't researched her because I think she's ineffective.
Right. What are Spencer Pratt's?
I mean, everything he says. Everything he says, like homeless and
right. That's my point.
Drug people.
I don't think it's because you're not paying attention to Karen Bass and you are paying attention to Spencer. I think there is a lot less conversation about policy on the left, and there's a lot more demonization of the other side. I'm not saying that the right doesn't do it as well, but I think that it's disproportionate lack of policy from the left. That's just we could debate it, that we're never going to find an answer. It's just, that is my criticism as someone looking at it. I think they go to trying to scare you away from the other person as opposed to telling you what they're going to do better.
I think it's equal, but we can agree to
disagree. That's fair. There's no factual solution. Okay. So anyway, we're going to see tomorrow. I'm just curious. I think it feels like there's a lot of quiet voters for Spence.
Well, it's the same thing. Like, I'm very comfortable talking about that I'm voting for Spencer Pratt on this podcast because, and I've been saying it since January. that I think he's going to be mayor. I think like if I posted on my Instagram, there's an audience of people that don't listen to this podcast and don't know how brilliant I am that are going to judge me.
Yeah.
And they don't know that I'm usually right about what's happening in society. And I think that is it. That I'm in my normal life outside this podcast, I'm a quiet Spencer Pratt voter.
Right. So like when you're like at kids' games and stuff, you're not.
Well, I will lightly press on it with people like I know. I'm not sharing it with strangers.
Yeah.
You know?
Isn't that funny how that works? Like we're on this pod, like obviously there's a lot of people listening, but like you won't say it at a T-ball game, you know? It's just funny how the difference of socially. Yeah.
Yeah. It's really funny. But look, I think if he makes it to the runoff, then I think both whoever you support, it's going to start getting really in your face. The advertising, the marketing, it's going to be like blockbuster content. It's going to be
amazing. I'll just say my favorite part is simply, no matter what happens in the outcome, the part that I love so much is just that there's someone with an incredible, obviously AI team and editing team that is constantly making video about how bad LA has gotten. Like no matter the final outcome, I think that is so good. And it feels like finally someone's talking about it. Yeah. As opposed to it's just been ignored for so long.
Yeah, definitely. Along this line, one thing that I think that is a really great example of really the idea of one person operation. Because really up until recently, Spencer Pratt was a one person operation. And what you realize with today's ability with AI and the way people think and the way that people even take in information, the barrier to entry for nearly anything is basically removed. And the best example of this that's non-political is a movie that came out called Obsession that is now the #1 movie in the world and going to do hundreds of millions of dollars of box office and was created for less than $1 million by a YouTuber.
That's so crazy. I had seen the buzz around the movie. Like I'm not a big movie guy, like go to theaters guy, but like I had seen everyone talking about it and I had no idea it was.
So I think it's important to note that there's two back to back. So Obsession was first. It came out 3 weeks ago. It has now grossed 148 million globally in the first 3 weeks, which is a staggering number for a movie that budget was $750,000.
Curry Barker. That's the name of the 26-year-old. And then there's
another movie that came out this weekend, which I actually saw, called Backrooms.
But that's A24.
No, but you don't know the background. The background is a YouTube kid started writing these stories when he was 12, 13 years old. And it caught fire on YouTube. It caught the attention of production studios. So my point is, this was just a single kid that came up with the plot. And I think the budget after A24 came in was 10 million.
10 million.
It's going to gross 188 million globally in the first weekend.
Yeah. Right. So this is my point to all the AI doomer. The reason why all of this is possible is because there are tools today that allow you to be the next Spencer Pratt or the next Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
And that is the power. This is why like all of the people that are screaming and yelling about like job loss can't even fathom like this Curry Barker crushed every Oscar-winning movie studio by himself. Yeah. One-man show. That is unfucking believable. We should be parading this kid all over the country right now about the future is yours. It is literally like, it is better. It's better than any AI company story out there because those people were given billions of dollars to do what they did. This guy did it with 750 grand, which I know is still a lot of money, but to compete with the behemoths and execute and market and build a product that people love. I mean, you have the opportunity to like disrupt everything. Everything can be changed. It's so exciting.
What's there?
And I think what's going to happen, because it's already started tonight on the way in, I saw, is the pieces coming out. What does this mean for Hollywood? So now you're going to get the Hollywood mafia getting really scared and trying to shut these kids out, because these two examples are pretty startling for Hollywood, right? This kid was 12. He's now 20, 21, the Backrooms kid. I don't know how old Curry is, but I'd
26.
imagine so he's young. And they weren't from the establishment. They weren't in a writer's room. They didn't have a Netflix deal. They didn't have any of this shit.
Yeah.
And they caught fire. Like the kid for Backrooms, he was getting hundreds of millions of views on his YouTube show. Then A24 saw it and was like, okay, let's make this a movie. And I don't know. You're going to get the other side instead of the celebration, because that's how our media works.
Well, yeah, I mean, the media will be like that and Hollywood be like that. There's other kids who are watching that who are going to be inspired and they're going to go create content. It's the same thing what happened with early YouTube. Like early YouTube created Mr. Beast, who's a billionaire now. You know, we fail to recognize all of these like entrepreneurs and businesses that were born from Internet 2.0 that wouldn't have been possible without the internet and without social media. And AI is going to be a 10xer of that, because you're going to get a Jake and Logan Paul in like 6 weeks. You're going to get Steven Spielberg. You might get 50 this year. Nick Shirley reaches more people than 60 Minutes has done in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Nick, I don't know one commentator on 60 Minutes. And I know Nick Shirley though.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. That's why I just, this is a broad statement, but that's why I just hate, we talked last week about kind of these like the negative camp or the fear camp is what I would call it. And like, if you are subscribing, I know so many young people that are subscribing to a message of like, it's all pointless. Like AI is going to take my job anyway. It's all stupid. Dating sucks. This sucks. Everything sucks. We're at war, but there's going to be a nuclear, like everything is just, life is meaningless, and even trying is stupid. And then you have kids like this, and you have this other group that is just not, it's just a philosophy. It's just whatever you subscribe to. And if you subscribe to the fucking doomer mentality, man, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. And you're going to have to sit and watch people like this have wild success with little resources.
And just another stark contrast, which is in the same time period, The Mandalorian, which is Star Wars. So it globally in 2 weeks has done 248 million, cost 165 million to make, 225 million in marketing.
Yeah, it's
and
insane.
These two horror films just crushed them in terms of they're going to continue to crush them.
Who's still watching Star Wars? I haven't seen since the first one.
I mean, but it's the most culty shit in the world. But
go to Disneyland, you'll see 50-year-olds wearing Star Wars.
Well, guess where I'm not going.
Yeah. And those are not the 50-year-olds who want to be around. But you know what else I saw over the week to this point is like, I saw a post that was like this really crazy post about how many millionaires and, maybe a few billionaires are going to be created from the SpaceX IPO. And it was like 4,000 millionaires or something. And obviously a handful of those are 100+ millionaires.
100, I think over 100 people will make over 100 million. I think 400 people will make over 50 million.
Yeah. And so I looked at that and in my head, I was like, wow. And what I thought was, number one, wow, like the scale of that and the fact that you can do that. I then, just being honest, thought like, for fuck's sake, Elon, like the fact that, one man can spearhead that type of impact, not only on the world, but on that many people. And I was like, I shouldn't have done it, but I was like, I just wonder, this was like a Forbes article or something. And I was like, I wonder what the comments are. Like, because probably on this type of post, there's some support. And every post was like, oh, really? We're just going to fucking celebrate more millionaires? Oh, really? This fucking, and it's just like, oh my God, man. Like, if you are part of that camp, well, it is just terrible.
And the problem is, it goes back, and it's why like we do need a reset in the way that people operate in America. It's because we were told the last 5-10 years, this idea of being equitable, this idea of what fairness should look like. And what we actually did, we actually ended up damaging the psyche of a lot of people in America. And
big time.
What happened was, and there's an article here that I wanted to touch on that's so relevant for this topic, is 1,000 professors in the UC system signed a kind of like petition in regards to standardized test scores being more part of the admissions process, because it's caused an enormous issue with kids being really behind in math and reading when they enter college, which is just fucking insane. And so,
and also no shit.
Yeah. And it's pretty obvious. You take away the standardized test because you felt that it was not fair to a certain group of people. And what do we have instead? And this is where the divide it compounds, right? Like I look at it from children who have the means or families that care deeply about education. Dude, when you hit like 5th, 6th grade, you're out of here compared to the average kid. It's incomparable, right? Yeah. It's not even fair. You can't even put them in the same room anymore. And then you take the public school system not making these things required. You're unfortunately rewarding bad behavior. And then the rest of society decided like, no, this is still important. We're going to keep doing this. And now playing the catch-up game is so hard. And this is why you're getting the comments in the millionaire section, is because those kids were told, oh, no, you don't have to. You're going to get your fair shot in life. These tests aren't fair. So we're going to set you up with we're going to get you into, UC Berkeley. And then you're going to be there and you'll be like, what the fuck? Why is that Korean kid? He can spell every word backwards and do calculus in 5 seconds. And then I'm sitting here struggling. And I think we did so much damage to the psyche of people, and we stopped demanding excellence. And that is what, people always like to compare to China. Like even, a lot of, middle of the road Democrat people will say, oh, in China, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, but in China, there's only one path. You either are excellent or you're not. Yeah. And they demand it. And it's a part of the cultural way people are brought up. And we used to demand it of whatever you did in life, not just education, right? Like sports, whatever you're interested, debate, whatever tool, craftsmanship. We kind of gave all that up. And we don't preach it anymore.
Yeah, not only do we demand it, my opinion is I would almost say China demands it. I would say what America did so well is we always celebrated it. And now, like, you were a star, you were a celebrity, you were an athlete or whatever. And now I would say we vilify it. And that's, I just think, really dangerous. So not only do we not demand it, but we kind of vilify it. And I think it's just so bad. And I think, unfortunately, to your point, like, none of these people think about it as in terms of if America is the whole world, as opposed to the threat that there are other places that would love to take us out completely. And I don't know, but the amount of people that I see talking about needing to destroy everything and start over, needing to, there are some really dark doomery mentalities that are very popular. And I'm talking about, I've heard that from people in the real world that I know, not obviously in Instagram comments. But anyway, that just, to me, tied into what you were saying there, is like that the depth of hatred of success, or I don't know, pretty scary.
I think the other thing that the way that you change the psyche is actually what you said last week, is coming out of the SpaceX IPO.
Right.
What good does that do for even the community in El Segundo, which is, in the outskirts of Los Angeles? If that community benefits from the SpaceX IPO with, I don't know, better parks, better schools, property values go up, that definitely will happen. But like the greater community has to benefit from the success of this company. And I think if that becomes a mandate of like corporations where like we can get, because like now the wealth, it's not like people make $1 billion, they make $1 trillion, right? Like
right.
We that's more than enough. These people are making GDPs when they go public.
100%.
So I after kind of listening to your thoughts around that, I think it's going to become an important way to run your business, is at least better the community around you. Forget like save humanity.
Yeah. What's sad is these companies actually have divisions that are doing this actively. Google spending hundreds of millions of dollars, donating to communities, building shit. They don't market it. There are people that work there that are doing this. And I'm curious why they don't market it. Meta does it. You name it. Salesforce does it. Salesforce has donated 1%. Salesforce has donated 1% of their profits since inception.
I know the problem is it's going to a charity. It's going to a charity that's getting built, right? Yeah, it's getting built. What we would rather see is, imagine if Salesforce said, you know what? The area around our Salesforce tower in San Francisco is disgusting, because it is. We are going to pay for full-time fucking security within 20 blocks. So our staff and the people in the community, we're going to keep the bars open late with security guards. We're going to build parks and we're going to keep them clean. We are going to make this 20 blocks the best 20 blocks in America. That would have been better for Benioff than donating $20 million to some fucking grift in San Francisco. Because that's what happened. Yeah. They're not being thoughtful about it.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they do. And I do think that like there's even more, obviously, like there's more areas in the country where a lot of these people's revenue still does come from, you know, like Meta, for instance, that's everybody. So like, I don't know exactly what they're doing. I'm not trying to shit on it, but like if they're doing stuff in San Francisco or they're doing stuff in, you know, there's just this huge group. And I think this huge swell of people that feel completely untouched by anything positive by that success. And they're just a consumer and their data is being used and this and that, but they're not participating in the thing. And look, my point that I was making was I agree, obviously, with that strategy. It's just a shame to see where it is today. And I think, I don't know, like I sort of blame a lot of politicians and things and whatever it is, this mentality that like there is success is evil and we've all been done so wrong and the future is terrible. It's just bad.
It is. It's poisonous because it you don't realize how much it impacts, specifically if it's impacting like a 16, 17, 18, 19-year-old kids, then it's impacting younger kids along the line because they're looking up to those kids. Like a 12-year-old is looking up to those kids and so on and so forth. So like we do have like a moment in time to change. And I think that's why we have to like, we really got to celebrate the people that have broken out, who have come from, you know, different backgrounds that have succeeded. And then we have to push on the education system to go back to some basic guardrails around demanding basic understanding, because it's going to get so much worse if we don't do that right away.
Yeah. And to make it full circle all the way back that is why, I mean, look, I don't know. I know you guys do too. When I see these stories about these young people with their movies, it's like, it's the most inspiring thing in the world. And I just feel like if you're a young person reading those stories, it's like, oh my gosh, I finally have a shot, like more of a shot than I would have ever had, somebody my age. Like it's kind of, I'm not saying that everyone who's making quality work will win, but like it's getting more and more about the quality of your storytelling than it is about, you know, the Hollywood gatekeepers or the massive budget. And like, what's more like hopeful than that?
Yeah.
You know, but I just think these stories are going to get, oh, well, he had a budget of $750,000. Where am I supposed to get that? Oh, he had a fucking this. Where am I supposed to, you know, it's like, I don't know. I hope we do a better job at inspiring or whatever. Because meanwhile, while these people are so miserable, these type of stories continue to happen and happen more frequently.
Yeah, exactly. Anand was talking about big tech companies doing a lot of good. This is a really interesting one. So Google is releasing 32 million mosquitoes across Florida and California. They're infected with a bacteria that basically stops them from reproduction. So they're all male mosquitoes that have a bacteria in them that when they mate, you basically makes it impossible for them to reproduce, so that over time these mosquitoes go away. This is not what I want my tech company doing.
This is the opposite.
This is the worst PR a tech company can get. You're going to eradicate mosquitoes? Stop. Get the fuck out.
I think this is brilliant. I think this is brilliant from an actual what they're actually accomplishing. So they're basically going after, it's primarily Florida. I didn't see California because they're going after tropical climates that the mosquitoes have like been infected through sewage with Zika virus, dengue, dengue. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
Dengue fever, right?
Yeah. And then West Nile. So the idea is you infect these male mosquitoes, you basically wipe out the female mosquitoes eventually, and then you kind of limit. They've already proven that you can reduce the infections of some of these crazy viruses. I get it. It's like Bill Gates. Google's now gonna get the Bill Gates treatment. I'm sure if you're like a conspiracy person, you're like, of course Google's doing this. What are they controlling? My search, my Gemini,
now my bugs.
Literally, I'm getting
your hands
bugged.
off my bugs.
Yeah. Get your goddamn
I'm not saying
hands.
it's not smart. I'm not saying it's not. It might be brilliant.
I know, I get what
it's
you're
just
saying
the PR is like, bro, build a fucking playground first.
And then the male mosquitoes, this is the brilliant part, they don't bite. Yeah. So the 32 million mosquitoes over 2 years aren't going to increase your chances of getting bit.
Yeah. But it might be great. It's just, just stop.
Yeah.
Don't.
Here's if Google, this is the problem. These tech people, they aren't, they're not that smart. They're book smart. They're not
like socially.
Yeah. They don't get it. Google instead should have backed an anonymous entity, put a woman as the face of it, who, children got Zika, and basically like create the story. Don't just say big tech is, you know what? Larry got bit by a fucking mosquito in Florida once in Miami. He's like, fuck this, all you guys out here.
The irony is, the famous story is Larry Page in 2017 telling Elon, I can't believe you're for species. I'm for machines. Yeah. Right? Like that story's been told a million times over. So this is the guy infecting mosquitoes.
That's exactly the thing, right? Like you could not be more perfectly teed up for an Alex Jones clip. It's just like, what are we doing, dude? This is the exact opposite. I'm not saying it's not brilliant. It might be the most amazing thing ever. But when it comes to like, hey, do you wonder why people are voting for fucking AOC and Mamdani? Do you wonder why people want to completely get all billionaires out of here? It's because of shit like this. Like, don't.
Did you see the I think it was a woman who showed the brown water from the data center she got arrested because it was fake.
That was AOC.
No, the actual person. And then AOC just started talking about it. The actual person got arrested.
The person got arrested and AOC like blasted it, like AOC elevated the message.
You're immune once you're a national politician. Come on.
No, I know she's not going to get arrested. I'm just saying like, damn, it was so fake that the woman got arrested, but AOC fucking blasted it.
Yeah, she should have traded on it. That's what she should have done.
Yeah. That's the point. But it's like, look, when they do shit like this, it's like.
She got released, but she did get arrested. I know this for a fact.
Yeah, no, that's great. I just mean when Google does shit like this, it's like, dude, why do you think people are fucking sick of this shit? They just need some PR help. But I get it, because here's the problem. Like, there's this other story that I think is really great about is it Brad Gerstner doing the clip on TBPN about AI fears and how dangerous that is in our competition, specifically with China. But my point is, like, to kind of tie those stories together, this is why, like, people are like, it's a bunch of things like that I think it doesn't help your cause for this like big tech fear to be messing with people's fucking mosquitoes. It's going to come back to you to haunt you in places like you're going to get activists shutting down data centers. It's like it is all connected. And if you want to keep playing the game on a bigger and bigger scale, you have to address the like human emotion side of this whole thing.
Yeah. So Brad Gerstner is a guy who gets it. I was trying to pull up the exact facts because it keeps updating quickly, but he's doing that America Now, that like a family can get like $1,000 from the federal government into the stock market to their kid. So that's invested from birth to 18, and it obviously compounds. And he's obviously brilliant, worth billions of dollars, clearly benefited from multiple tech booms, not just the latest ones, but he obviously earned it and deserves it. He's very fucking smart and great at what he does. Right. But he messages like, I want the whole country to participate. Yes, I got to participate. And he actually went and did something, right? And I think the number's up to like 10, 15 million that if someone can Google it, because I'm talking, I think it's 10 to 15 million that's been deposited into families that is going to appreciate.
Yeah, if you want to Google it, if you have kids, it's called Google Trump accounts. Robinhood has it set up. You know, there's a website for it, and you can register your family. And if you have had a child, I think in the last 3 years, you get the $1,000. If you don't, you could still put money into it, and it obviously gets all the benefits that everyone else is allotted. And then the big thing is the Dell family did match or gave a deposit for certain income levels and certain states.
Yeah, so they gave like 8 to 10 billion. It was crazy.
Yeah, they gave a huge money, and there's more people giving money now to it. So if you did give birth or about to give birth or in the last 2 years, you should look into it, because it's basically, this is how you get everyone to participate in the American dream. And we talked about this when this project launched. It was so important because if everyone got a piece of the SpaceX IPO, let me tell you, no one would be hating.
Yeah.
Right.
It's as simple. The psychology of hating on wealth is no different than when your team sucks and you're hating on the Patriots every year, because
but you used to have a name. We used to call it being a hater.
Yeah.
It was a negative thing. Now it's like it's a popular mentality. You're the righteous one now. Now it's called being more like righteous. It's crazy. But I just think when you go to this clip about that was on TBPN about it's a small number of activists who have, I didn't know this. He said it in the clip, small number of activists who have shut down clean nuclear facilities, small number of activists who have had really big impact on some things that are very, very arguably really bad for American progress and innovation. And we are getting beat in a lot of those areas in China. And now that is happening with data centers and what's happening with AI. And there could very well be a small number of activists that could cause a lot. I mean, there already are, that could cause a lot of trouble for data centers and for AI progress. And if we lose that battle, it's an insanely, terrible battle.
If we lose that battle, we're a wrap.
Yeah, we're a China, a subsidiary. And so my point, but that was just the only point I was making, is I do feel like all of those things are connected. Is that hey, maybe chill on the mosquitoes and let's focus on how we can, do more Trump account type stuff. If you want to, get people feeling a little bit better about all your data centers.
And I think Dee hinted at this on the last pod, but we didn't get into it in detail. This data center fiasco, it's now been proven that foreign adversaries are polluting American minds, that this is the worst thing on the planet. I know Dee mentioned it last pod, but it's escalating. And I mean, we're at war, right? There's a different type of war, but the war is you're convincing this woman to show brown water because she thinks fake brown water because she thinks data centers are going to kill everyone. Right. So you're going to just how, terrorists get radicalized and you see the mass shooter. Now we have the mass anti-data center person.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that one woman or man, I forget, got arrested. Someone got arrested. We need to punish these people.
You also have to show the other side of it, the benefit. Like if there was someone on there saying my penis grew a foot from a data center, people are going to be like, put me next to a data center.
Start an OnlyFans. Yeah. Give that guy an OnlyFans. Big dick data
the
center
problem
guy.
is the problem. Like what Gerstner's done incredibly well is he's on every national media platform explaining very clearly what this platform is. It's 0 to 18. It unlocks at 18 tax free. You have 3 use cases. It's home ownership, entrepreneurship, or your schooling.
Yeah.
Only 3 things you can use it for.
Right.
No one's explaining what data centers do for Americans. Like we know because we're following this stuff pretty closely and we're curious about it and we're curious about AI because if you don't know about AI, you're literally left behind in the world. So we all understand it. Why aren't we messaging what like the government? I don't know. Like we can't count on Dario and Sam. Who can do it?
Right. Yeah. I don't know, but you can hear how like, when you see those clips of the way college kids are reacting to AI, let's say you watch this Brad Gerstner clip, you're like, okay, well, I see though, like there is an obvious issue here. The issue is like all of the brightest minds and, the economy is relying on this to expand, but the sentiment is insanely negative. And so that is a problem that needs to be solved. And, which is why I brought up what I brought up last week. That's my version of how to solve it. But it's just, I don't know, whatever. If nothing else, it's fun to watch that struggle play out. That is very much like an American issue of this time is like fear or lack of participation or negative sentiment actually throttling progress. I don't know how much that's actually happened in American history. And I think that it is actually happening today.
Like, I mean, should the federal government enlist all these influencers that control the 25 and under about how great data centers are?
Well, then you're China, you can't do that. That's going to backfire.
It won't work in this country. What has to work is you have to expose that there is an information warfare on the data centers and trace it back. Like the better function is to put out a movie showing like a Christopher Nolan data center movie about how like it's showing that it's the future. Like Oppenheimer celebrated American excellence, even though it ended with a catastrophic. It did though. Like that's
Japanese destruction. I know. It's like it's just funny the way you said it. It did celebrate American excellence, even though it ended with Japanese explosion.
Yeah, and I think
terrible ending. But you're right. Like the tone of it was that
we're bringing our best and brightest, and I think there's I don't know. We're gonna watch it all play out. The exciting part is like similar to we watched COVID play out on this podcast, and we all lived through it together. People who listened during that time, AI is moving at the speed of a virus, so we get to watch it in real time. Like it is gonna like how it's going to unfold is going to be pretty epic.
That's a great analogy. Speed of a virus. And you're right. Like we might as well have a CNN counter on AI progress.
Yeah.
Right. But for the record, for the PR people in Silicon Valley, don't use that terminology or the death counter. I got it.
No, we got it. How many jobs were displaced today?
Exactly. Live counter on CNN. It's the speed of a virus.
How many families have we ruined today?
Exactly. It's so funny. What do we want to hit?
Oh, so we're always talking about AI and innovation and the future. Berkshire Hathaway, who's been sitting on $400 billion of cash, finally bought something today.
Nice. What'd they get?
For $8 billion, they bought a Scottsdale home builder.
Oh,
nuts and bolts.
So,
I mean, I don't know if it's going to age well to like start getting in the habit of shitting on Berkshire, but it feels easy to do lately.
So, let's assume it's a good investment, right? The thing that it's signaling to me is that they have to believe interest rates are coming down. because no home is being sold in this current environment. Home sales are on the biggest losing streak they've been on years. Home prices are basically untouched in the metro big cities. In the outskirts, they're starting to kind of crack, and you're starting to see a decline. But like, they need strong home prices. They need low interest rates. They need inflation to go away. Those are three things that have to happen for this investment to pay off. Yeah. So if you,
yeah, you're right. You're 100% right for this thesis to play out, or they're just not the Berkshire Hathaway that everyone grew up idolizing. Like Rome fell.
Well, true, but I guess to both of your points, both could be true. But I think to Dee's point, they at least have a thesis. Yeah. It might or might not be right, but they're not just throwing a dart on a dartboard. So they think something. So I think the question is, what does this signal that they think?
I think it's a great fucking signal. If this is, you assume they're not the 1%er anymore, but they're a top 5%er fund. They'll always, have that reputation until performance, says otherwise. And so if that's their belief, like all the money and all the information and access they have, they're like, let's go buy a Scottsdale home builder. And by the way, real estate in single family homes has been struggling. And
home foreclosures are through the roof.
Yeah. So either they're onto something, or they're just complete idiots.
Or they do have a dart and a dartboard.
Yeah. I've never even heard of this company, by the way.
Neither have I.
It's pretty wild. Their commitment to like nuts and bolts is pretty wild. We'll see. Once again, we'll watch this. I'll tell you what's not moving at the speed of a virus. Scottsdale home builders. But maybe we'll check in when we're in our 60s.
All right. I want to talk about something that's important to me.
Okay.
Very important to me.
What do we got?
World Cup ticket prices. They're driving me nuts.
But you're doing LA and New York, right?
I happened to be in New York during France, Senegal. But I don't have to take the kids because I'm going to be by myself. So that's easy. A single ticket is easy. And then I want to go to obviously the home opener in LA. And then there's games, the next couple of days after that. And then the week after that also that are in California, like Santa Clara. And I was thinking about this. Even given kind of world turmoil, kind of anti-American stance, very tough to get into this country. A lot of foreign visitors are not able to make it, right? Mm-hmm. But when they priced this fucking thing, there is no way they thought anyone but Americans could afford this. Like, you think anyone from Brazil is going to pay $2,000 to sit at the top deck of MetLife?
Yeah, like what are the prices? It's that?
It's like $2,000.
Cheapest tickets, $2,000.
Like if you're in,
that's for New York, not LA.
In LA, the cheapest ticket for USA is $857. It's the top deck for the June 12th game. And even that, I saw someone complaining about European Music Festival yesterday on Twitter, and it was €100. €100. You have to understand the costs in Europe to do anything. South America, Asia, it's fucking nothing compared to what it is to do anything here, right? Yeah. How did they did they think the American market is so strong that it doesn't matter the price of anything? Did they think they basically had Taylor Swift perform for 40 nights and they're just like, we're going to sell all these tickets no matter what? And the thing is like, it's known that a lot of tickets are still unsold, right? But the prices have not dropped. So today is basically, call it June 1st. So in 10 days, I need these prices to drop. I can't afford the current pricing.
But the prices you're talking about are secondary, not the out the gate prices.
The out the gate are higher.
So it's secondary is going lower than face?
The top deck for it's all dynamic pricing. It's all dynamic pricing. So each game is priced differently.
Sure. That's
so
like late
USA,
preseason.
Spain, France, Brazil, Argentina, Portugal, they're through the roof. They're like double, triple Iran, Switzerland, or Cape Verde, fucking whatever, Senegal.
Yeah.
Right? Those games are not expensive, right? But the cheapest ticket is still $300, $350. And they priced this so outrageous, and they didn't even let you pick your seat. You got category 1, 2, or 3. And what they did was category 1 is supposed to be your best category, but you could be dead center category 1, top deck.
Damn.
And you paid $2,100 for those seats. They scammed it. That FIFA is like, they need to like, I don't know how you course correct, because if all the people that bought the tickets are going to be like, what is going on?
Right.
If the prices crumble 50%.
Right.
But that's
what, good.
That's what they need to be for me to get the seat I want.
What I've been told by a ticket broker this afternoon that's in this world said, wait till week of or day of, tickets are going to collapse. For the USA June 12th game.
Because that's people hate America. Why do you want to go to that game?
No, the Americans. Have you not seen the stock market? They can afford those ticket prices.
That's all locked up in a 401k. They can't touch that for tickets.
I don't know. Drama told me about his buddy. He can afford it.
Who?
Your buddy that's been trading the markets.
Oh yeah,
he can afford it.
Yep, he can now.
And he absolutely could not have a year ago.
No, zero chance. No.
The only thing
like we talk about, the people participating in the market love America.
Yeah. Well, that's true. The other issue I have is June 12th is also the day of the SpaceX IPO. And El Segundo is down the street from SoFi. So imagine if you're just like a SoFi employee that just made like $60 million. Yeah, let's take the family to fucking, we'll get 40 tickets for the fucking game.
Yeah. Just buy out the section. Little Johnny likes to run around. Yeah, because you got to take the kids, obviously.
Yeah,
the kids love soccer.
We have an epic picture with our dad at the World Cup in '94 in the finals.
That's cool.
Like, I want that, because the thing is like they know what it is right now. They understand that there's World Cup is coming to town.
Yeah.
And then when they're older, that's not going to be the same. I'm sure we'll go to more sporting events, but like it's the age where they actually understand what's going on.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. That's like a lifelong memory.
Yeah. So I'm trying to get the pick, but I don't want to just get the pick and not get in the stadium.
Right. You can just go to the parking lot, take a pic, and all right, kids, we got to.
What's funny is Cosm's probably just as expensive.
Cosm, $5,000, they're selling tables. Yeah. That's to watch it on TV. There's even in New York City. So the Knicks are playing the Spurs in the NBA Finals, and I'm going to be in New York during one of the games, and someone shared with me like a table minimum for this shit bar.
Oh, wow.
So just to watch it at a bar?
Yes.
Not like one of the big ones.
No.
Damn.
Oh, jeez.
It's going to be crazy there during the finals.
My God.
Yeah, because, there's a bar every corner in Manhattan.
With TVs.
So, with TVs, because we've all been there for sports, and we're like, let's catch the fourth quarter. And you're telling me all of those are going to be
not all of them, but like a bar that I know that they're like, I'm on their email list because I've been there a bunch, and they're like fucking, reserve your spot. And it's like, it's like real money.
I bet you everywhere will be slammed though.
Yeah.
Like any bar with TVs.
You make up for, everyone has 15 members clubs in New York City. So you make up for it for this finals.
Yeah. It's
going to imagine, right? Like if you're a bar in New York right now, you must be figuring out how to have TVs if you don't, right?
Well, you have to pay the license.
So you can't just,
you can't just hack it.
On June 16th, France and Senegal play, which obviously not relevant to New York, but they're playing at MetLife, and France is like the favorite basically to win the World Cup. And then that's also game 6, like in New York City.
Holy shit. That's when you're going to be there or no?
Yeah.
Damn.
Which is going to be blockbuster.
Yeah.
Wemby and France both in the same city.
Oh yeah, Wemby.
Oh, that's
my
sick.
guy. My
Who are
guy.
you rooting for?
Wemby.
Oh, you guys are all Wemby, huh?
We're all Wemby.
Dude,
I'm all in on the alien.
Damn, you prefer Wemby over the Knicks?
I can't stand Knicks fans.
They're insufferable.
Oh, wow.
They're insufferable. They're like Warriors fans.
I'm kind of happy for New York, like how long has it been? When did they win their last championship?
To be fair, I don't even hate, I actually really like the team and the players. I don't even hate any player on that team. They just seem like great guys, actually. But I really like how focused this fucking Wemby is, how passionate he is. He just is like such a good, inspirational young person to be a world champion. Like he is what like you dream of, like a face of your league.
Yeah.
He embodies every characteristic that drama wants to be preached to the American kid.
Yeah. Yes, and he came from France. Look what's happening. They're supposed to be the ones taking naps and fucking drinking all day.
Despite the natural gifted ability that this guy has, this guy went and studied with monks. Like he went to every vet, like Kevin Garnett. Like you named him Duncan Popovich and learned from all them.
He was talking about how he doesn't want any blue light after the game. He doesn't want to see a screen. He doesn't want, he can't be around light. He has 1,000 chess rating, which means he's really fucking good.
See, that's American exceptionalism right there from fucking France.
Yeah.
They got us. But at least you still have to come here if you want to exercise it,
Yeah, exactly. So at least we have that going for us.
He's like, honestly, every story, it's like mythology. Like, really? This guy does this too?
Yeah.
Damn, that's cool. I didn't know any of that. The only thing that got me is obviously he looks insane and the way he plays is sick. But like, I really, same that you were saying, D, like how fired up he is and how the team feels so connected. Everyone feels so like happy to be winning. Like it just looks sick, but I didn't know any of that stuff about him.
I do think, because just anecdotally, if you're not from New York, everyone's rooting for Wemby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you guys might be swaying me right now. I was all New York.
They're just annoying people.
I mean, watch them after the game. Like, it's
screaming and yelling, hooting and hollering. Shut up.
Law and order.
You guys sound like old men. Get off my lawn.
I need some damn respect after the game.
Stop all this hooting and hollering. Oh, shit. Okay, we feel good, or does anything we missed that we need to cover?
Oh, last thing. Win for Nike. Wemby's Nike.
Oh, that is good.
We shit on Nike a lot. What
did they do?
They did that commercial, and it was pretty cool. The UFO and the alien, he's arrived.
Come on.
I didn't see it. I'll give them credit, though. I'll give them credit for at least they got, at least they finally got one of the people they should have had.
Yeah, they have the guy. Well, look, if you think about it, like, who do kids look up to today? Because I was thinking about it. Like, if you play baseball, everyone cares about Shohei. He's Japanese. Now basketball's French. Soccer is an Argentinian guy. Like, it's all we have is like Patrick Mahomes left.
Yeah, we have the NFL. That's it. Like, and the only American that's even, in my opinion, if I was a parent, I'd want my kid is Brunson. So Brunson wins.
Yeah, he's like blue collar.
I wouldn't want my kid to like try to emulate Anthony Edwards, who's in a different like paternity case every other month.
Yeah.
Is Brunson a clean cut fella?
Seems like it.
And he's like, like he's short and like worked his ass off, and his parents were, his dad was his coach. It's just like a really nice story.
John Morant, who's like waving guns. I mean,
yeah.
Hooting and hollering.
All this hooting and hollering from these hoodlums. Give me Jalen Brunson. He seems like a nice fella.
Yeah, Jalen Brunson's a good guy. I fuck with Jalen Brunson.
That's funny. Okay. Well, great episode.
We have 2 shout outs. Great week.
Oh, we have 2 shout outs. Yeah.
2 shout outs. Here we go. First one from Siraj. General audience message. Congrats to all the SpaceX investors out there. Let's fucking go. This is also likely a market top, but let's ride it, baby.
It sounds like he's participated.
Yeah. Sounds like he's June 12th. I can't wait. From Prosh. Hi, longtime listener of the pod. Shout out to my beautiful wife, Mukti. We are expecting our first child this fall. Baby boy. Also just bought our first home in Jersey. She's a strong person, killing it every day. Pregnancy is not easy, but you have kept it up with your workout, daily routine, health, and I'm very proud of you. Can't wait to start this new chapter in our lives. P.S. I'm glad Anna is doing well and recovering. Stay blessed, y'all.
Good luck.
Gosh, get that Trump account set up.
Yeah, let's
Have
go.
little baby Patel with a little Trump account.
Little NVIDIA.
Yeah, little NVIDIA.
Yeah, start as early as possible. You might, at this rate, 3 months you might miss a huge run. That's great. Okay, congrats. Shout out to them.
That's it.
That's it. Okay. Everyone, thank you for listening. Have a great week. That's all we got. Peace.
Peace.